Good afternoon. My name is Trina Taylor, and I prefer to go by Trina. I am a social worker here at Fairs, and my job here at this agency is to make sure that you are doing your best to make sure that your property is taken care of. What's your name, and what do you prefer to go by?
My name is Bojangles, and you can call me Bobo.
Okay, Bobo. Thank you. Before we get started, I have to tell you our agency policies and ethical factors. At Fairs, whatever you say during our sessions remain completely confidential among agency personnel. However, there are some exceptions. My main responsibility is to promote your well-being. However, I am required by law to report child abuse or child neglect. I am also required by law to report if you threaten to harm yourself or to harm other people. Are we clear with the rules, and do you have a full understanding of what I just said?
Yes, I understand what you just said.
Okay, thank you. Just to let you know, I'm going to take notes because I'm a note taker. And anything I look at, you can just look at it anytime. You can just ask, okay, is that fine with you?
Yeah, I got a quick question though.
Okay.
So what you saying is, if I'm whooping my kids, you gonna tell?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
not even whooping. There's a difference between, like, discipline and abuse.
Okay, you can keep going.
Okay, thank you. Okay. What can I do for you today? Like, what brings you here to Fairs, to my California Center?
Well, I'm having an issue with time management. I don't have enough time for anything, and I'm a big procrastinator. I have too much time socializing with my friends, playing basketball, football, video games, and I'm not. And my grades dropping. My parents mad at me because my grades dropping. They paying all this money, and I'm not having the best grades. So I just want a little help with having prioritizing what I gotta do and being able to do it as well.
Okay, so that was a lot to take in. If you were to categorize what is more important to you right now, what would you choose first?
Well, what's more important to me right now is basically managing my time to make sure that I'm doing what I gotta do instead of socializing with friends and such.
Okay, so how do you like to spend your time?
I like to spend my time just, chilling out, playing basketball, football, video games. Love to play video games. So me and my friends, we just like to chill and play video games. I really don't find time for school, and when I do, I just find an excuse to do something else.
Okay, so now I'm going to take some time out to clarify what you just said. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so basically you said that you spend too much time socializing and not enough time studying. Like, you don't really spend a lot of time dedicated to schoolwork.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how many years have you been at Fairs?
This is my 4th year here at Ferris.
So you're a senior?
Yes, and I got big senioritis. Senioritis kicked in my sophomore year.
Yeah, I understand.
When I first got here, like my freshman year, I was on top of everything. I was, doing my homework assignments, showing up to class every day. It just got to a point where it was like everything they told me in high school, college wasn't nothing like that. It was just high school, except I get to choose when to go.
Right.
So I think that's where I lost my focus and began becoming more of a social bug.
Right. So you said that you have senioritis and that you're ready to graduate. What do you mean by that? You said that you don't spend time studying anymore.
Well, what I mean by senioritis is it's like them itchy fingers when it's right around the corner, you almost done, nothing else to do, and I just been feeling like that. Like I'm so close that I don't put in an extra effort to finish.
Right. Well, I want to applaud you for even taking the time out to recognize that you realize that you've lost focus. Because most people don't even take the time out to recognize it. They just stop completely. And then they stop when it's too late. So, you said that you don't spend a lot of time. Have you tried anything yourself before you came here?
Have I tried anything? Let me just give me a time to think. Yeah, I tried to go to the library and get a study room and try to be like in a peaceful setting so I can focus on doing my work. But as I was in the study room trying to do my work, I just found myself scrolling down my Facebook timeline for an hour and a half.
Right. Okay, so if you were to wake up tomorrow and your problems were gone, what would that look like? Like the miracle question. What would it look like to you? If you could just wake up and everything was perfect.
Everything was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll wake up. First of all, I'll be rich.
Of course.
Second of all, I wouldn't have to worry about managing my time, and I will already have my priorities set and my ducks in a row, so I would know what I'm doing throughout the day and be able to accomplish what I need to, and then play around after that.
Okay, so you said, basically you just said that your grades would be better.
My grades would be a lot better.
And you would feel more balanced. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, have there ever been times in the past where you kind of had a miracle day? Where it's like you woke up and everything just flowed right?
I mean, it's been a couple days like that throughout this year, but one time in particular that I can think about was probably my first semester of my freshman year. Everything was I was the perfect student. Like I think I was so nervous about what all the teachers starting from first grade tell you about college and say how difficult it is, how not lenient the teachers are, and what you got to do to be a good student in college, how much work you got to put into it. So I think I came here ready for something that really wasn't what it was cracked out to be. So my first year here of my freshman semester, my first semester of freshman year, I came in like I had my notebooks, I had a pen, I was to class on time every day, I was in class every day, I was taking good notes, reviewing my notes, I was reading a chapter before I went to class because I didn't want to fall back behind too fast and have to play the catch-up game, and I just really didn't know what to expect. So yeah, I would say like my miracle day kind of happened like for a whole semester. Like I was on point. Like I mean, I got my homework done before I even socialized with people. Facebook, I never really went on Facebook. Video games, I only played when I had the time to, instead of trying to make the time to play video games. So yeah, I mean, I didn't have it before.
Okay, that's good. So on a scale of 0 to 10, how hard are you willing to make things better? Like how hard do you actually want to work to make things better?
How hard I want to work to make things better? I mean, it just depends on what's really, I don't know, because my train of thoughts is like, I be having different thoughts. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm willing to go 10, but I can only say that right now.
Okay. So what does your schedule look like? Like,
schedule.
do you work? How many classes are you taking?
Well, this semester, my senior year, I'm taking 17 credits. So I know that's a lot, but I just had to take them classes so I can be done and not have to worry about another semester. I've been working for the last 2 years while going to school, so that is another problem that I have with my time management, is that I work so I be tired, and then like I get off work, I don't even be ready to try to do no homework. So I just pick up my game and have my me time.
Okay.
But yeah, my schedule, I got class Monday through Friday, starting at 9 o'clock, and on some days go as late as 9 o'clock. So my schedule pretty hectic, and I think I should be more organized with my schedule to succeed and achieve what I'm here to achieve, but it just hasn't worked out like that. And plus work, I work at least 30 hours a week, so that actually affect a lot of it too as well.
Well, I applaud you for working and going to school, because I know that's very hard to actually manage to do both and then also have time to socialize. And all of that is very important. So you said that you have 17 credits. You work while you go to school, and Monday through Friday you have classes from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and you work 30 hours per week. So Saturday and Sunday you don't do much, or do you work, or what?
Saturday and Sunday is just fun.
Yeah, I understand.
On Saturdays, I get with my friends and we play video games. We have a couple beers. We go to the bar, chill out. So on Saturdays, it's basically like a recreational fun day for me. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have to do schoolwork on Saturday, honestly. Like, that's my day off from school. Like, why should I have to do schoolwork? So on Saturdays, I just have fun. On Sundays, it's more of a chill day. I mean, I still chill with my friends, play video games, watch during the football season. We watch some football. Now we watch basketball. No matter, we love sports, so that's just how I do on the weekends.
Okay, well, Saturday and Sunday you have free time, and you said Monday through Friday you don't have free time. Well, do you go to the writing center? Because there's a lot of opportunities here at Ferris where you can become more involved academically while also being social.
I have been to the writing center before, but I feel like the convenience of the writing center just really didn't help me, because like they only have so many people on staff, and when I needed them, sometimes they just wasn't there. So it was kind of like, all right, I'm not even about to waste my time, because that was a pretty long walk from my dorm. So and it was cold.
Right. What dorm do you stay in?
I stay in Miller Hall.
Really? Okay.
So it was like when I was going to the writing center, I stayed in Miller Hall, but now I live off campus. But it was about a 10, 15 minute walk. And in the middle of winter time, that's like super cold outside. So I
understand.
I'm like, hey, I'd rather just edit it myself, and then that, how that go. That's not even gonna happen. So
Okay, well, did you know that they have opportunities at the dorms where you can have tutoring sessions? Like every Sunday from 9 p.m. until 12 a.m. they have a tutoring session in each and every single dorm. So I just wanted to help to educate you, because you said you wanted to do better and academically, and you can start by going to the writing center. Well, not the writing center, but to the tutoring sessions in your dorm on Sundays.
I didn't know about those. I guess I'm gonna have to check those out and see if they can help me out.
Yes, and you can make appointments. Like if you have a specific subject that you're not good at, Is it that you're not good at the subject, or you just don't think that you're putting enough time?
I just think I'm not putting enough time into it. If I wanted to, I mean, not if I wanted to, but I think intellectually I'm capable of getting good grades. It's just that I like to do other things other than go to school, I guess. I mean, not school is not the issue. It's just the time to put into school. It's what's bothering me. I would rather spend time with my friends and have fun.
Well, I think it seems as if you have a view of, you think that you should just sit down all at once for hours at a time and study. Is that what you do?
That's usually what I did do. I did.
And did that work best for you? Because research shows that if you take time out, you shouldn't try to cram it all in one day.
Well, when I used to study, when I had the good grades my freshman year, like, I was really antisocial, and I, like, whenever my friends asked me to do something, I would just be like, I gotta study. I don't have time to do it. And then it just became a point in my life where I was just like, I'm up here, I don't know anybody, people trying to get to know me, so I'm gonna explore and see how that go. And I actually met some pretty cool people, and they became my good friends, and we started hanging out more. And those days where I used to tell them I gotta study, it was like, hey, come study with me. And then that turned into just playing video games, and then we didn't even think about studying. After that, it was just come play video games.
I understand. Well, like I said, they have tutoring sessions at Miller Hall. And they also do you have like a calendar in your room?
No, I don't. I tried to buy a calendar and it just stayed empty. I wasted my money.
Okay, I understand. Well, you have a phone, right?
I do.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that you can like add it to your calendar to make time out of the day to study. And like whenever you're not busy, and you don't always have to study hours at a time. You can study like an hour here and then an hour there, and you can just progressively increase, or you can just keep doing it in small parts.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I said the tutoring center, the calendar for your phone, and I remember you saying something about you having problems with your parents because of your grades.
Yeah, man, my parents have been, I don't know how to put it. My parents are just, you know what I'm saying? They don't like bad grades, and I have to stress to them sometimes it's not all about the grades, it's about the information that I'm retaining, which between me and you is really no information at all. Okay. Because I really don't study. But my parents, they been seeing my grades, you know. They've been looking at my grades and thinking that I'm just up here partying every night and not even going to class, and just not caring, you know. Just up here just spending money, wasting time, because they helped me out with some loans and helped me out with some, they put money up for me to go to school, so they felt like they just wasting their money. And my dad and my mom has just been on my back a lot, calling me like every 20 minutes, and we just always end up fighting about what I'm actually doing, when like they don't know, they're not here. So I mean, it's just been hard to deal with them, as well as trying to figure out what time to study and what time to play video games, plus work on top of that. It's just like another headache for me dealing with them.
Well, I do applaud you for at least maintaining communication with your parents, but I suggest that you take the time. Have you ever thought about talking to them and explaining to them everything? Like I work.
My parents don't want to hear it though. Like my parents came, like Drizzy Drake started from the bottom. You know, my parents, they worked themselves up from some very poverty-stricken places. So they feel like they had to go through work and went through school, so now I gotta do it, and it's just a part of life. Like, but everybody not the same. Everybody don't think the same, and plus, they don't have the same job I do either. So I don't think that it's fair for them to ridicule me about my grades and how much time I'm putting into my work. And as I'm working, they always compare me to them, but we're not the same people.
Well, I understand how hard it is for parents to understand what you're going through. But have you ever taken the time out to actually like go home and talk to them and show them like what you're doing and how hard you work, and then try to understand where they're coming from? I think you understand, but have you ever like got more in depth with it? Or is it like arguments that just break off and then you hang up the phone?
Yeah, it's mostly just arguments. I never really actually like sat down and had like a constructive conversation with them about what's been going on in my life, because I feel like they just don't listen to what I have to say. And every time I try to speak my piece, they just slander me, ridicule me, and tell me how much of a horrible student I am and how I'm wasting money, and they're going to pull me out of school. So it just always end up in an argument, and it's just been really hard. But I think that if I can get my grades better, my relationship with my parents is going to be better.
Right, and your relationship with your parents should be better because you said that you're going to start going to tutoring and you're going to use your phone as a calendar. Am I correct? And then the last problem that you said that you had was that you spent a lot of time playing video games.
Yeah, that might be the biggest problem, but it's the easiest to solve as well. So that's why when you asked me what was most important, that really wasn't that important, because I mean, I've tried ways to stop playing video games. Like, I made bets with people saying that I can go this long without playing them, or I packed my Xbox up a couple times so I didn't have to play it when I really needed to get that grade. But I just love video games too much to even dream about stop playing video games. But I know that it's one of the things in my life that has to change for me to be better as a student and as a person as I get ready to go into the job field after I graduate, because I know after I graduate, my boss is not going to be as lenient as my teachers when they let me turn in stuff late or take home a quiz or do stuff like that. You know, they going to want their results.
Okay, well, I appreciate you taking the time to come in. Our time is almost over, and I just wanted to do a quick evaluation. How do you think, did you enjoy today's session? Like, do you think everything was open and honest?
Yes, I appreciate you for listening to me. I feel like I was just rambling and talking and like just telling you all this stuff about how much my life sucks, but I felt like we had a good session here. I would definitely like to come back and talk to you more and help me out and let you know how I'm doing with trying to organize better with my phone and my calendar, going to them study groups, maybe trying the writing center again. So I think it was good for me.
Okay, well, today was just an, I guess, workshop. It was like an opening introduction. Like, I just want to get notes on everything that you said you have to do. So for the next session, we're actually going to start trying to make actual plans, because you said that you were going to go to the tutoring center and stop playing video games so much. And you're going to put calendars in your phone and stuff to actually start studying more. Next time you come in, I want to make sure that we want to actually see if it works or not. So when is the next time that you'll be available to come in?
I can come back the same time next week.
The same time next week
for me.
Okay. Do you have is there any problems that would stop you from coming in on time?
Not that I know of yet, unless I pick up a video game before I'm about to come.
Yeah, and we're trying to work on that. So Okay, thank you. I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for listening to me.
You're welcome.
You have a nice day.
Thank you.